There's a Duchess in Dusseldorf tonight as Meghan jetted into the German city to join hubby Harry at the Invictus Games. Wasting no time at all, she took to the stage, apologising for being late to the party.
So special to be here, and I'm sorry that I was a little late for the party. Just like so many of you, we know this is about family and friends and the community that Invictus has created and that Fisher House has created. And so I just had to spend a little bit more time getting our little ones settled at home. Milkshakes, school drop off, and then I just landed a couple hours ago.
Proper wholesome mummy stuff. Well, she travelled from California via Heathrow but stopped over in London for just a matter of minutes after skipping Harry's UK visit earlier this week. Meghan touched down in Germany at about 4 o'clock local time before reportedly checking into the 5-star Hyatt Hotel, where in a possible signal of her political ambitions, she'll be staying in the presidential suite, no less, where her husband's already been a hit in the land of Frankfurters, attracting crowds and giving out high fives. Meghan's itinerary has been kept closely under wraps, but it's believed she'll be meeting with some school children during her trip. Harry's also hinted his wife will be supporting Nigeria during the contest after discovering that her ancestral links are with the West African country. I mean, it's very clear the image that she's going. Let's unpick this as we would say.
There's a lot to unpack here.
There's a lot to unpack. I mean, it's very clear the image that she's aiming to portray. It was an off-the-cuff, unscripted, allegedly, no auto-cue speech. So she's painting herself as somebody who can do that. Then all the mumsy, wholesome, I was putting the kids to bed and giving them extra milkshakes. There's a very clear message there. I'm just a girl next door kind of mum.
No staff.
No staff, doing it all on my own.
Only 19 bathrooms.
Having said all of that, I don't want to be too cynical when it comes to the Invictus Games, because I think we all agree that is a good thing, and it's a good thing that Harry's done, and it would be weird if she wasn't there supporting the best thing on his CV, the best thing that he's got to his name. So I don't want to be completely poo-pooing it, but there's just something that gets up the nose.
I'm not sure what you can poo-poo in that. She does take the kids to school. There's two parents, one's flown across the world. It makes sense for her to want to stay and try and get the kids. They're still very young, try and get them calm, and they'll be left the nanny, maybe the grandma will be there, whatever. But what she's saying makes sense. But we're still going to try and poo-poo it for no reason.
I'm not going to poo-poo it, Let's just give him a break for once. The Invictus Games is great. Good for Harry for being right behind it, for creating it and promoting it. And there were doubts that she might even joined him in Germany, and I'm glad she has. So, even I'm going to say, come on, leave it out. Let
I am,
what the hell?
I'm absolutely shocked right now.
What are you going to say? What's bad about that?
This is the thing, is that what is bad about that? She's like, I'm a mum. I was doing mum stuff. And let me tell you, if it was Kate and William up there, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and if Princess Catherine had said the same thing, I was doing mum stuff, everybody would be like, what a wonderful mother she is. Isn't she glorious?
But don't you think that the difference is she wouldn't say it?
Yeah,
she wouldn't say it. And she has talked about family life before.
Of course she's talked about family life before. I think it's the way you do it. Is when you say, my husband, the Duke of Sussex. My husband, Harry.
This is the thing, is that if she said, my husband, Harry, somebody would say, why have you not addressed him properly as the Duke of Sussex?
It's a slight to the royal family.
The problem is that it's Meghan, and the problem is Meghan, and the problem is that everybody wants to pick at Meghan and what she does or does not do.
I'll tell you why, Afi. It's because she, I mean, again, cut them some slack. There's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with their little speech. But as you indicate, Penny, there is something about that is just always irritating. But I'm not going to be irritated. I refuse to be irritated by her tonight.
So Afia, just on the subject of whether or not she might be gearing up for a bigger role, we know that Meghan, we know that she's possibly going to be launching or relaunching her old site, the TIG. But as far as any political ambitions, I mean, I was struck just now looking at her. It's already been put out by her people that she was wearing a Banana Republic dress. Now, that's a sort of high street. That's miles away from the normal. So it just does seem to me that there is a sort of slightly less glossy image that's trying to be portrayed. Is that because that's more appropriate for the Invictus Games, or could that be with an eye on politics?
Well, this is the thing. I was looking at our Invictus Games fashion today, actually, and she's worn a whole range of designers. High-end, jackets at £2,000, and then high street stuff. Banana Republic shirts at like $50. She wears a whole range of stuff. So I don't know if we can draw anything from that, because she likes a whole range of fashion. When it comes to her potential, looking for a bigger role, possibly going for something in office in America. You literally never can tell. But I think for the moment, Meghan's eye is on her blog, and it's about linking up with the right brands that will sit well with her, and potentially putting her podcast on her blog.
She's got about as much of a golden future in American politics as I have. Yeah. She's got about as much of a chance of becoming president of America as I have.
I was with somebody very, very well connected with American politics last weekend in Italy, who was saying that she has been going, not Donald Trump, who says that she has, her allies have been talking to people to fundraise, but whether or not...
It ain't gonna happen.
I want to come back to what you were saying. I want to come back what you were saying about, you know, whether Kate would or wouldn't talk about her kids, because she has also been out and about today.
Oh, and she's
Coincidence? Possibly not.